Hey everybody, welcome back. News just in. It looks like How to Train Your Dragon may be getting a live action remake right out of the House of Mouse's playbook, but hopefully better. So in this video, we're going to talk about what news is out about How to Train Your Dragon's remake, what's going on with it, and when we can expect it. Now, before we get into it, if you like what you hear, hit that like and subscribe button, as it really does help out the channel. So, an insider has claimed that How to Train Your Dragon live action remake is in the works, with Dean DeBlois returning to serve as writer and director. Now, Dean has worked on all of How to Train Your Dragon's movies, the 1 through 3, all the feature-length movies, and I, for one, am a massive fan of How to Train Your Dragon. Watch them all the time with my kids. It's just such good movies. I really enjoy watching them, and I have to say, sometimes they do just hit you in the feels. Very few movies can do that to me nowadays, but for somehow How to Train Your Dragon still hits me right in the chest. So on to this story. How to Train Your Dragon fans may soon receive a live action remake of the hit animated franchise. A Patreon post by insider Daniel Richardman reported via the Direct claimed that How to Train Your Dragon's writer-director Dean DeBlois is set to write and direct a live-action adaptation of the classic animated DreamWorks film for Universal. DeBlois, who also wrote and directed Disney's 2002 smash hit Lilo and Stitch, worked on the entire Dragon trilogy. For now, it's unclear if the live-action project will continue the existing storyline or adapt the 2010 film. As of writing, there is no confirmation production timeline for How to Train Your Dragon retelling or announced cast members. Now, my thoughts on this are, one, I don't think DreamWorks are going to let Universal mess this up. So I think it will be a lot better than the current House of Mouse's live adaptations. And I also believe that, as I said, DreamWorks seem to understand audiences. They produce a lot of good content. Now, I am hoping that it is not a remake. I'm hoping it's a continuation within that world, but maybe set, I don't know, 100 years later. Set 100 years later. Have Hiccup and Toothless as these legends, these absolute legends in this world, and our new protagonist idolizes them, looks up to Hiccup and Toothless, and then we continue the story from there. 100 years later, that's how they should be going with this. Do not do a remake. You cannot, and I mean you cannot, top the original trilogies. Those original trilogies were just perfect. As I said, you cannot top them. So if they go 100 years later, I definitely think it will add to the story and it will be a fresh perspective, because obviously technology will have come along by then. You'll have basically a greater relationship with the dragons, and obviously there will still be people hunting dragons maybe, but I definitely think 100-year jump is kind of what they need. Kind of like what they did with Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated show. They jumped from Aang's position and then went straight to Korra. So last time we saw Aang was obviously when he had just defeated the Fire Lord, and then we jumped straight into Korra. And I thought that was a great way of doing it. Now obviously there's new Avatar productions coming out, but that's a story for another video. So on to this. This just basically talks about what How to Train Your Dragon is based on. It's based on some children's books. Now, since the franchise's inception, the series has launched 3 feature films, which we have just talked about. And then this kind of just goes into the synopsis. I'm not really going to go over it, because if you haven't watched the movies, go watch them. They are a work of art. Now, DreamWorks and live adaptations. This is what we want to talk about. Now, while DreamWorks remains a stranger to live-action adaptations for its animated films, a certain House of Mouse studio frequents this strategy. In the past several years, Disney has created live-action adaptations for a number of its animated movies. The film studio has succeeded with 2006's Jungle Book and 2001's Cruella, but their popularity isn't always guaranteed. For example, many critics found fault with 2009 Dumbo and 2022's Pinocchio. Now, I am very much in agreement. I don't think the live adaptations have captured any of Disney's magic that they had with the original animation. They just haven't been able to hit home. And I really, really hope, as I said, Universal don't try to retell Hiccup's story. They need to do a time jump. They need to do something, but they cannot try recapture that magic, because Disney have tried and they have failed. Don't get me wrong, one or two of their adaptations are good. Like, I did enjoy Aladdin, but again, it didn't have the same magic. It didn't have the same draw that the original animation had. So hopefully Universal will think smart on this. They will not rush it, and they will work through every key stage to understand what the audience wants. But I want to know what you think. Are you excited for this How to Train Your Dragon live adaptation? Are you hoping it will be a time jump like myself, or do you want to see Hiccup stories retold? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you liked what you heard today, please hit that like and subscribe button, as it really, really does help the channel. But until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.